Man, did you guys watch X-Files last night? It was the 5th episode, the 10th season, the reboot here in 2016. I'm up Zappa 20. Mulder and Scully, once again, at it. We got a terrorist attack, keeping up with the modern times, I guess. I forget what city they were in already. So we get a terrorist attack. These two dudes, they go in, they blow up a building. One of the dudes survives, though, which leads to the crux of the episode. Mulder and Scully, they meet their younger counterparts, Special Agent Einstein and Miller. Special Agent Einstein, young, red-haired, kind of like a young Scully. The other dude was a young Miller. So anyhow, same deal, she was the scientist, doctor type. The other guy was into the woo-woo factor. I don't know. Enough about that. You get it. Ha ha ha. Thought it was pretty good. All right, man. We are off to a horrible start here. So let's get to the point, man. There's this terrorist attack, right? All right. So Mulder wants to talk to the living terrorist. Scully wants to talk to the living terrorist. They have separate ways of going about it. So they get Einstein and Miller separated. Mulder hooks up with her. Scully hooks up with Miller. She was wanting to look at basically an MRI scan of the brain. They're going to ask this guy questions, and based on what lights up in the MRI scan, they think they can get some basic yes or no's. Mulder, however, takes a much cooler route. He talks young Einstein into giving him some mushrooms, psilocybin mushrooms, and he thinks that he's going to communicate with this dude. She gives him a couple of pills. Looked like it might have been 2.5 to 5 grams worth. They were all mashed up in capsules. He pops them, but then immediately, boom, he hits the road. He's tripping nuts the whole time. Couple, pretty good scene there. I don't know. I've never felt that way when I was tripping. But as far as tripping on TV, it wasn't bad. So he's going around, doing everything, hitting clubs, whatever, tripping golf balls. Then it gets real dark at the end. He's ended up, I don't know, he's fucking topless, 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 in some kind of fucking old wooden ship with a bunch of weird people, and he does communicate with the terrorist. The dude speaks to him in Arabic. Turns out, he wasn't even tripping though, man. It was all weird. She claimed they were not real pills. It was a placebo effect going on with Mulder. He can't unexplain. That's the unexplained thing in the episode. So, however, they do get some answers from the terrorist. Mulder did hear something. What he did hear turned out to be they were at the fucking Babylon Hotel. That's what it was. That was the name of the episode too, Babylon. F Zappa 20 slipping this week, man. I'm not too fired up. I'm a day late, tired. Nobody's as fired up about this season of the X-Files as I was hoping people would be. I don't know. So, that pretty much covers it. There's a terrorist attack. Scully never got any answers trying to take her out. The kid's mom come in. He died. Mulder, however, got to him through psilocybin. Well, that was pretty terrible. Thanks for watching, though, anyhow. Alright, man, I'm going to have the follow-up video be, hey, man, what do you think, dude? Let's check it out, dude. Boom. Sees it with a tweezer.